Joining me now in our Shanghai studio is David Haubert, a county supervisor for Alameda County in California. He's a frequent visitor to China. David, welcome to China again. Welcome to Shanghai.
Thank you so much. Shanghai is absolutely amazing. I've been here several times and it never disappoints.
It never disappoints, especially with this amazing night view just behind us. David, my first question to you: at today's opening ceremony, Premier Li Qiang reiterated China's commitment to high-quality development and further opening up. That message obviously intended for both domestic policymakers as well as foreign businesses, American businesses included. Can I get your reaction, David, to that statement? Does it reassure you or the American businesses?
I think Premier Li's presence and the words that he spoke today should instill confidence in the entire world. China is open for business, and it's making things happen. This is the 8th annual largest import expo in the world, and it shows China's commitment. They really are a leader, and there's no doubt about that.
Let me briefly talk to you about the latest round of China-U.S. trade and economic talks. Some positive results there. We see the suspension of reciprocal tariffs on certain goods. That's a major development that reassured a lot of people. And before I get to you, let's hear this. My colleague Liu Xin spoke to Jim Sutter, Chief Executive Officer of the U.S. Soybean Export Council. Let's take a listen before I get to you.
I have been so pleased with the meetings we had this week here in China, with the way that importers want to be buying U.S. soy, even with governmental counterparts. I think there is a strong desire to maintain this relationship. Good. The U.S. and China have a very important relationship, an important opportunity to be a customer and a supplier in agriculture goods, and likewise on the opposite way in many other things. I think this relationship on both sides is seen to be too important to let it fail.
That is the Chief Executive Officer of the U.S. Soybean Export Council. I mean, a lot of people feel optimistic and positive about the latest round of trade talks. What about you? Do you see it as potentially impacting the agricultural exports from California?
President Trump has been on a string of trade progress the last couple of months. This was a step in the right direction, a very positive step in the right direction. And I think that Trump calling U.S. and China the G2 really sends a positive message throughout the entire world. I think it's a very positive step in the right direction, and I'm optimistic that in the next couple of meetings, things will get even better, one step at a time. We're on the right path forward.
Let me talk to you about the American business presence on the ground here in Shanghai for the expo. American enterprises have continuously had a strong, visible presence here at the CIIE. What does that tell you about their willingness to engage the Chinese market, about the confidence they have in the Chinese market, despite all that chatter, despite all that chaos in the background?
Yes, indeed. We have had, America has had the largest pavilion here at the world's largest import expo for the last 7 or 8 years. It shows our commitment and reciprocating our commitment to China's opening up. I think it, as you mentioned, chatter. Let's avoid the chatter and let's look at actions instead of chatter. We're committed. We're going to continue to be the world's top 2 leaders, and we're going to continue to make what I call the rising tide that will lift all the boats in America, all the boats in China.
We keep telling our viewers that the CIIE is the world's largest import-themed expo. And for those people that are not here, that have not come to Shanghai to experience the expo firsthand, how would you tell them about really the influence and the power of an expo of this physical scale and also of this international recognition?
I'll say there's often some great misconceptions about China. You don't know unless you go. And I've said that before, and I'll say it again. China is absolutely amazing. If you haven't visited, you're missing out. If you don't go, you can't know.
That comes from somebody who's visited China more than a dozen times?
Yeah. I can't wait to come back again. I leave on Friday, but I'll be back every year. I've promised every year for 10 years I will come back. This is my 3rd year of that promise. I'll be here for the next 7 years.
We're happy you're keeping that promise. David, a pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much for being with us today.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.